This is Trivia Dope. Well, we have finally reached the end of August, and there is no shortage of news. So let's get into it. Adam Sandler, the star of the movie Going Overboard, came out with a new Netflix special called Love You. Adam Sandler has been in the game a long while now. As of September 1st, 2024, how old is Adam Sandler? Adam Sandler is 57 years young, but his birthday is September 9th, so he will be turning 58 very soon. On to question 2. Bud Light kicks off college football season with a new campaign starring Shane Gillis. The duo started by releasing a commercial. The concept is, they are in the dean's office at a university with a student who is in trouble. The premise is, all you have to do is confess, and you can get a Bud Light. Everyone starts confessing and the dean grows more and more agitated, until he can't take the irresistible taste of pea water and wants a Bud Light so badly he confesses to being afraid of what at the end of the commercial. He is afraid of horses.
All right, I admit
I'm
it.
afraid of horses.
Over the weekend, Babe Ruth's jersey he wore during his famous called shot moment in the 1932 World Series sold for a record-breaking $24 million. Of course, Babe Ruth is famously a New York Yankee slugger. But do you know which team they played against in the 1932 World Series where Babe Ruth called his shot?
I have something special I think you may find pretty cool in the world of Babe Ruth bats.
That is the bat from the called shot.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's quite magnificent.
I know the jersey he was wearing that day sold for over $1 million.
No, it sold for $940,000. You know who I know?
How do you know? You bought it? Okay.
I own it. It's all over. And he was friendly with the Nederlanders who had theaters. We had theaters, they had theaters. And he knew that my dad...
It was the Chicago Cubs.
Woo! That's right!
But we don't need to wonder who actually won the series. The Chicago Cubs won the 1908 World Series and notoriously didn't see another for 108 years.
To put that in perspective, back then the song went, "Take me out to the ball game, take me out to I've got cholera."
The lore is that the Cubs never won because of the curse of the Billy Goat.
Now, for those of you who don't know, the curse of the Billy Goat began in 1945 when a tavern owner brought his goat to Wrigley Field for the World Series because everyone knows goats love baseball. And when they were thrown out, the man declared, "You are never going to win the World Series again because you insulted my goat." And ever since then, the Cubs have suffered from the curse of the goat.
And the Steve Bartman incident
Left field line, a little reaching into the stands and couldn't get it, and he's livid with a fan.
As well as the curses of bad management and unwillingness to pay for good players.
But the curses were all broken when they finally won the 2016 World Series and ended the 108-year drought.
Series! It's over! Have finally won it all! 8-7-10.
Ed Sheeran, known for his role of Lannister Soldier in a 2017 episode of Game of Thrones. This past week, at one of Sheeran's concerts, he introduced Chris Hemsworth as his drummer. Did you see it? Well, tell me then, which 2014 Ed Sheeran hit song did the two perform together? It was his hit single, Thinking Out Loud.
Will you make some noise for Chris Hemsworth?
The hit song topped at number 2 on the all-encompassing chart Billboard Hot 100. The single became Sheeran's highest charting single until the release of Shape of You in 2017. Sheeran said that he wrote the song in a relationship at a really happy point. He also revealed that he had his grandparents in mind and maintaining love in old age, and the early version of the chorus was, I'm singing out now, before it became, I'm thinking out loud.
Make some noise for Chris. Give him a big round of applause, guys.
Question 5. NASA ran into a little bit of drama this week when it was announced that the astronauts who have been stuck in space since June will not be returning on the Boeing capsule originally planned. Rather, NASA is calling to which company for help? NASA will call on SpaceX to bring home the 2 astronauts after their Boeing spacecraft ran into several problems mid-flight. On to number 6. The Tonight Show YouTube channel posted a clip of Wiz Khalifa and Jimmy Fallon playing Password. Now you get to play with them. What is the word based on their clues?
Tonight's category. Holla. Passwords, you shout. Passwords, you shout.
Jump.
Jim.
Pool.
Whee! That's not the password.
Wiz, I got it. Thank you.
Okay, clue is jump. The second is pool, and this is passwords, you shout.
Diving.
So, what is the password? Let's find out.
Cannonball! Come on, Wiz. Come on.
Let's go to question number 7. A 2-month delay for the Toronto Blue Jays and Boston Red Sox led to an odd moment in baseball history. The first player in Major League Baseball history to compete for both teams in one game. Okay, so tell me the name of that player. It was catcher Danny Jansen. When the game was first rained out on June 26th, catcher Danny Jansen was playing for the Blue Jays. But the Canadian team traded him to the Red Sox for 3 prospects just a month later. So when that weather-delayed game picked back up at the top of the 2nd inning on Monday, Jansen was playing against his old team in the same exact game he played 2 months earlier. According to MLB history, no other player can claim that particular accomplishment. Another fun fact, he actually allowed a steal while catching against his own pinch hitter. The more you know. On to 8. The Dutch Grand Prix took place this past weekend, and Lando Norris beat the hometown kid and favorite Max Verstappen. Simply, what team does Lando Norris race for? McLaren. This was Lando's second win of the season, with his first being back in May in Miami. Question 9. It was reported this past week that Ted Lasso will be returning for season 4. However, it looks like this star from the show may not be returning for the 4th season. What is his name? We will accept both their character name or their real name. This is the one and only Phil Dunster, who portrays AFC Richmond footballer Jamie Tartt. He has not yet been picked up by the series, likely due to scheduling conflicts. Dunster currently stars in 2 series, Prime Video's The Devil's Hour and Apple's Surface. Heading down the home stretch now, let's do question 10. Over the summer, Marvel surprised everyone when they announced at Comic-Con that Robert Downey Jr. was back in the MCU to play Doctor Doom. If you were ever wondering, damn, how much did that cost them? Well, we have a better idea now. It has been reported that apparently Robert Downey Jr.'s base salary is $1 million for his role in Avengers, Doomsday, and Avengers Secret Wars. So, tell me the number. How much is Marvel paying Robert Downey Jr. to come back and play Doctor Doom? Robert Downey Jr.'s base salary is reportedly $100 million. This is also with additional incentives that could double his earnings. This would place him ahead of Tom Cruise, whose salary included back-end profits from Top Gun Maverick. Alrighty, on to question 11. Which world-renowned director went on the Club Random with Bill Maher podcast and said Alec Baldwin is 10% responsible for the shooting on the Rust movie set that killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins in 2021? It was Quentin Tarantino, director of the 1987 comedy My Best Friend's Wedding.
The armorer is the guy who handles the gun. Then armorer is 90% responsible for everything that happens when it comes to that gun. But, the actor is 10% responsible.
Fun fact about Tarantino, he actually delayed production of Kill Bill Volume 1 for several months when Uma Thurman became pregnant. He refused to recast her, as he had written the role specifically for her, based on an idea the two conceived on the set of Pulp Fiction. Last but not least, this past weekend, Keegan Bradley won the BMW Championship, and it was recently announced he would be the captain for the 2025 US Ryder Cup. But who was the last captain for the 2023 US Ryder Cup team? It was Zach Johnson. However, the results weren't pretty with the European team dominating the US that year, and Keegan Bradley hopes to return the US to glory in 2025. Okay, that's all folks. Go and comment how you did. Flex on everyone. Subscribe and hit that like button. Pay attention to the news, and see you next week. Peace out.